Well, hey guys, got a Bible review for you. This is the Schuyler Quentel in Slate Goatskin ESV translation. Now, there's two reasons why I'm doing this video and why I got this Bible. The first reason is I did not see many videos on YouTube of the Slate Goatskin Quentel. There's one or two, and then there's also a few for the PSQ, but there's not many for the Quentel. And this is such a different color that I wanted to get it before your eyes so you can see whether this is something that you would like or not. And so looking at the Bible itself, it's got that dark gray look to it. Now what I love is there's a black tinting underneath the gray. So it's kind of a mix between gray and black. Very different. With Schuyler, you never know when they're going to stop producing a Bible in a certain color of goatskin. And so that's one of my motives for picking this Bible up. I love this color. I didn't know if I like it, but I do. It's kind of got a pepper look to it. And so it's different. You don't see many gray Bibles on the market, especially in the premium Bible world. And so this is a special, unique one. And I wanted to pick one up before they stop making them. And so looking at the cover, again, you have that black that gray and black pepper look. The coat skin is very soft, very supple, very smooth. The cover is decently thick, very flexible. You've got that Jerusalem cross in the center. Now, you can see it pretty prominently here, but under certain conditions, it's barely noticeable. It kind of blends in with that gray. Looking at the spine, you've got 6 raised hubs with that Holy Bible, English Standard Version, and Schuyler Bible logo in a bright silver color, and I love that. I love the silver on the gray contrast. Flipping it over, you've got that same beautiful leather cover. Now you'll see some variations here. Some have, the back of this cover has lines of a lighter color. It almost looks brown in the video. I can promise you it's not, but you can see some variation there. And then on the front, you can see this stripe almost of that pebbly black look. So I love that. The thing with Schuyler Bibles is that every goat is different, and therefore every skin of the goat is different, and so you're not going to have the same Bible as far as the cover goes. Well, opening it up, you have a deep red inner liner with calfskin leather. You've got a beautiful silver gilding on the corners. This is perimeter stitched. The corner work is fabulous. And then, of course, you've got your edge lined right there and a glossy paper stock to lead into the presentation pages. Now, the presentation pages are these new Schuyler. They're not super new anymore. I'd say these have been around for about a year and a half, but they're definitely different and they're more elegant, and I'm starting to dig them. You got your marriages, births, deaths. This is meant to be an heirloom Bible, so it's important to have all those in there. Holy Bible, and of course your publication page. Now this Bible was printed by Youngblood in the Netherlands. The paper is from France. The typesetting is by 2K Denmark, and so ultimately what that's saying is this Bible has the best the best product. It's the best product on the market as far as premium Bibles go. It's got the best materials, so on and so forth. So opening it up, you've got your preface, and then it leads right into Genesis. And for those of you who have a Quentel or who are familiar with Schuyler Bibles, you're going to notice this prominent, unique design of the typesetting, of the layout of the page. This will not be new to you. For those of you who have never owned a Schuyler before, and this may be your first video review of a Schuyler, Schuyler is really well known in their Quentel series, at least, with a double column format. It's a paragraph format, so it's not verse by verse, but it is double column with a cross-reference suite down here at the bottom. Now, one benefit of this is that if you get distracted by your center cross-reference suite, which I typically do, I used to love a center column reference. But one thing I found is that, the text would be a bit smaller and you'd have that center column reference suite. I would get super distracted by all that's happening on the page. And so what they've done here is they've made the the text pretty big. It's an 11-point font. And then they've put the cross references down at the bottom in about a 9-point font, maybe an 8.5-point font. Definitely readable. It's not super small, but it's small enough to where you don't even know they're there when you're reading. Now, of course, if you do love cross references, as I do, and I use them very frequently, it is very easy to just pop on down. They got the verses in red ink, so it's very easy to find them when you need to. But again, the text really just pops off the page. Now, I'm an adult-sized male, so there's my hand. This Bible has gotten some flack or some heat in the past that it's too big. I would agree at one point when I first started getting into the Quentels, I would agree with them that it is too big. But I promise you, if you start using it on a daily basis, you will fall in love with it, most likely. I think it's a perfect size. Now, if it was any bigger, yeah, I probably wouldn't carry it with me. But it is a great size. And I just love the size of the font. It really just pops off the page and grabs your attention. Going forward into the New Testament, this is a black letter text, so you're not going to have that red letter as you do find in some Schuylers. That's not a huge deal breaker for me. The paper is a 28 GSM. Pretty thin paper. The paper is very, very smooth. It's honestly the nicest Bible paper I've ever felt or seen or used, which was also a big hindrance for me when I first got my first Quentel. It was an NKJV in blue goatskin. And I just wanted to get one to see what they're all about. You know, I heard a lot about them. I used it as my reading Bible for quite some time. And I liked the application of reading it, just reading it. But as far as a daily use Bible back then, I didn't see the benefits. Just because the paper's super thin, the Bible was a bit larger than I'm used to, and so on and so forth. But I gave Schuyler another shot about 4 months ago, and I really fell in love with it, guys. If you're someone who has tried a Schuyler Quentel in the past, I would highly encourage you to maybe even pick up that one you bought recently or in years past and give it another shot. Make it your Bible for a month and see how it does you, because that's what I did with the Quentel line, and I have fallen in love. The paper is not as thin. I mean, it is still thin. It's still smooth, but I've gotten used to it. My hands have gotten used to it. Now, this is not going to be my everyday carry Bible. My everyday carry Bible is this one right here. It's the Schuyler Quentel in black goatskin ESV. Same exact Bible. It's just been something I use daily. And so what you'll notice, just so I can show you, I do put some icons there in a Pigma Micron pen. That's my little symbol for prayer. And so there is some show through, but there's no bleed through. So this Bible is one that you can write in. Personally, I wouldn't take extensive notes in the Quentel. That's what the wide margin is for. But I do like to put symbols and stuff. And so this paper can take it. That's what I'm kind of getting at. This paper can take notes. It's definitely something you can take notes in. Now, looking forward to the end, you've got a strong concordance. Again, this is a great Bible for a Bible study. You got your cross references. You got a good concordance. Moving forward, you go straight into your Bible maps. It's on a thicker paper, not really a cardstock, but definitely a thicker paper. Maps are, hit or miss. I don't typically use them in a Bible, so it's up to you if you like Bible maps. They are good maps if you do. And then they've got the Index 2 maps in the back, which will help you find things. Now, as far as the back paper, they have a few pages of blank paper, not many. You got about one, and then it goes into this thicker cardstock, which is typically meant to just protect the text block. It's not meant to write in, but you can, by all means, write in it. So there is no lined notebook paper in the Quentel. Lastly, you've got your Beresford ribbons. They are a deep red, double-sided satin ribbon. They're high quality. And then, of course, you have your red under gold. Actually, it's a red under silver, I believe. Let me show you. So yeah, it's a red under silver. Now it might still look a little gold to you in the video, but I can promise you it's a red under silver just to complement the gray goatskin leather and the silver text and printing on the spine. So that's it, guys. That is my review of the Schuyler Quentel and Slate Goatskin. I will drop a link in the description below, and I hope you have a great day. God bless.